Well, welcome to the BNI Effect, the home of amazing conversations with Brisbane BNI members, sharing tips on how to get the most out of your BNI membership. I'm Tony Meredith, and ordinarily I'm a business coach, but today I'm your host and fellow BNI member. This is episode number 27. Can you believe it? And today's guest is Jenn Wallace. G'day, Jenn. How are you?
Good, thanks, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. Thank you for being here. Hey, let's kick it off by you telling us a little bit about who you are and what your business is.
Certainly can. Thanks again for having me, Tony. I am a business consultant and I'm a leader and team changemaker. I'm also an accredited DISC consultant, extended DISC consultant, and I focus on culture, leadership, and team connection.
Fantastic. So when you say leader and team change maker, just talk me through a bit more about that.
Okay, so for me, what I discovered with my experience was that there can at times be a disconnect between leaders and their teams. And when we get that connection, you can have the most high performing teams. So I want to be a change maker. I want to affect change in businesses because I've seen the results. We retain staff and increase profits by those two things.
I love it. And the name of your business is?
My name, Jenn Wallace Consulting.
Jenn Wallace Consulting. And your clientele, Jenn, is there a geographic location or are you Australia-wide?
I am Australia-wide. At the moment, though, most of my clients are based in the Brisbane, Queensland area. I do have some in Hervey Bay. So my reach is wide and far. Whoever needs me, I'm there for them.
Fantastic. And how long have you been in business for?
I have been in business for 18 months. I started early 2023, so I'm a newbie.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how and when were you introduced to BNI?
Well, that's an interesting story. I was an outgoing CEO for a very successful freight forwarding business, and the incoming CEO, he and we clicked because obviously I was leaving on really good terms. And he told me about this amazing group he kept saying, I have these people, they can look after everything. Okay. So his name is John and Aronis. He was in the corporate chapter and he kept telling me about how wonderful it would be for my business. So he hooked me up. He introduced me to Sharon, and from there, I was invited to a meeting.
Fantastic. And so when was that in your business journey?
So that was very early on in my business journey. I decided that networking was going to be how I could speak to clients and create a connection. So it was probably after I decided that quitting wasn't an option in my business. So I went through 6 months of hell with no income and decided, is this actually for me? I went through some mental health, some downsides. Beyond Blue ran a fantastic, for small business, they've got a 6-week program. And I joined that. After the first session, I realized that this is what I needed to do. So
Fantastic.
Yep.
And what was it about that first session that you realized, BNI is where I need to be?
The connection with people and with like-minded people. We were all there for the same reason, and it was to build relationships.
Outstanding. And so here you are, roughly 12 months later in your BNI?
12 months in our BNI chapter. We launched 12 months ago.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Very good. How has being part of BNI influenced your approach to networking?
Oh, it's completely changed it. When I worked as an employee, even as a CEO, I didn't network. So when I came along and I found out more about networking, it was a bit eye-opening and a bit at times, oh, this is quite confronting because my confidence wasn't there. It was easy for me to be a CEO and go tell all of my suppliers and clients how wonderful we are. But then it was me telling everyone else how, why you should do business with me. So, yeah.
And how did BNI help you through that process?
Oh, confidence. My apologies. I started drifting off with all the
That's
wonderful
okay.
things
No,
about
that's all
BNI. It helped my confidence. So being in a room with other people that were going through the same journey as me, because I needed to speak each week and do my 45 seconds. So confidence was everything for me.
It's fascinating because most people that I speak to, Jenn, when they get into BNI, they get in for the commercial reality, that opportunity to grow sales, etc. But the number of people that tell me about their personal development improvements, whether it be confidence, public speaking, being able to ask better questions, building better connections. It's just phenomenal how, even though that's not a primary focus of, when we talk about BNI, but it's an absolute benefit of being part of any BNI chapter.
Yes, you're right. The sales is part of it. That's why we have so many different core values, and sales for BNI, and sales was it. But I don't feel being a part of BNI is salesy. I didn't feel that it was, oh, this is my strategy for how I'm going to earn sales. I love still the marketing engine philosophy that Sharon taught us. It's still in my brain. And the fact that my team around me of experts, they're in different fields, they've become my marketing experts, and I don't need to sell myself or my business.
Let's just dive down there a little further. So the marketing engine concept. Yeah, engine concept. So just share with the listeners and the viewers what that's all about. Jenn?
So in our chapter, we all have a seat. So there is only one business consultant. There is only one commercial asset managed broker, real estate agent, plumber, electrician. So we are all sitting as team members in our business, in our chapter, and we become experts in each other's business because we listen every week to each other's 45 seconds where we're asking what's the best referral for our business. So then when I go out for drinks or to a barbecue, I become an advocate for my team members. Oh, I know someone that can really help you with your problem. So you're listening to the solutions that our members in the chapter can solve. And then we then can connect it. That's the part that I love, that connection, that I can then say, I know someone that can help you.
I love it.
And then I look like, and I'm not marketing just myself, I'm marketing everyone and all the services. One of the things I love in my business consulting is that when I come into a business and I look at your pain points, it could be that there's someone else that's going to help you better, or I connect you into that business to help. And now I have a team. I have a whole group of people that help me.
So you love to be able to help people. You're this master connector. You've got this now a very large black book of different services and people that you can use. And you touched on a little while ago around the values. Well, the number one value of BNI is give as gain. And It sounds to me like you're living and breathing that, Jenn, by giving different connections to others, and it's not necessarily benefiting you, but you're helping other people, and that's certainly what all the givers gain philosophy is all about.
It really is, Tony. You're giving me goosebumps. You speak to me. I've always been a person that gives. I won't say no to anyone. I have had to learn in business to have boundaries and set them. But I still, if I can help someone, and I'll give you an example. I was given a connection and for the new grant that's rolling out next week in Queensland, and my services weren't the right fit for them. I would be down the track, but they needed a website. So instead of being greedy and saying, yes, connect with me, I'll help you, I actually knew of someone. So I knew a guy that does website build, and I've passed him on and said, please still apply for the grant. So it gives me a great sense of satisfaction. It comes back to me. It's karma.
Of course it does. I love it. The law of reciprocity. It's amazing.
Love
Jenn,
it.
how do you measure your success in BNI?
I'm going to say secondly, financially, but firstly is my relationships. So the people that I can tap into and ask for advice, I measure it by my network has grown. So I had maybe 5 people I knew. Now I have 50 people I know.
Right. Look at
in
you
business.
go.
Oh, look at me. I'm sure there's more than that if I really could get around. But even then you can use the app and I can go all around Australia and connect with people. So for me, it's the relationships and the connections.
So
That's how I measure it.
No, perfect. I love it. I'll take you one step further. You can actually go all around the world. So BNI is a global organisation. And so, don't limit yourself by the land down under, whilst that's a great place to start. But, BNI is a global organisation. It's in 79 countries, I think, been going for 40 years. So clearly we're doing plenty right.
We certainly are. One of our, we had 2 members in our chapter that have been contacted from overseas. So one's our beautiful Robin, who's our marriage celebrant. So she was connected from Italy. So.
But I was connected by someone a couple of years ago from Slovakia, of all places. So, it's mind blowing until it happens to you. It's like, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. And then all of a sudden it happened. And I went, wow, this has just opened my eyes up to a world of possibility, which is amazing.
It's powerful.
Jen, how has your business evolved since joining BNI?
It has evolved definitely financially. And that has been, obviously, we talked about sales, and Mitch touched on that. And, if you go in with just that as your focus, I don't feel that it will come to you that quickly. It truly did for me. I was able to, through my role, I'm the education coordinator, and I love that because I do become visible through that role. And that's part of it as well. In our chapters, we all have roles to play, and so that we are successful. And mine has been the education coordinator. So I'm allowed to bring lots of my professional business advice aligned with BNI to bring out the best in each other, performing the best one-to-ones, getting the best out of them. So I love that role and being able to bring advice to the business. So that's helped me confidence. Then it's helped people get to know, like, and trust me. So then they do refer me. I've been given my ideal clients because of that. So definitely the visibility, and it becomes credibility,
Outstanding.
profitability.
So there could be a number of people who are listening or watching who aren't quite sure what you mean when you say education coordinator. So you sort of touched on
Sure.
it, but just give us a little bit more information around what it is. What is this education coordinator all about?
It's where we get 5 minutes each week. So it is weekly, and it's part of our agenda. And it's the role I can actually, and I do engage other members to have an opportunity to share some of their advice or some experience, or I guess it's more about information, and it's how we can become more professional in our business, how to become really powerful in our networking and referral skills. So it is, there's, through BNI, we do have a fantastic library as such. I create a unique presentation every week in PowerPoint, and I actually show it on the screen. Then we upload that to we have a communication called Slack, and we're able to talk through that, and I upload the information, and maybe there might be links to government grants, particularly hot topic at the moment. So it is educating our members into all areas of BNI and business.
So what you're saying is I don't just come along for the networking, I can also learn some stuff as well when I join BNI.
Absolutely. And even I've learnt things, and I thought I knew everything, right? But no, I actually have learnt so much, and from others, and giving others the opportunity to do that too. So at first I thought it was just all had to be me. And I've recently learnt that I can share that, which I'm looking forward to mentoring others to learn how to deliver some education to the team as well.
And it's a great point that you make because, it's not just, hey, join up to BNI and you're on your own. Like, yes, you're part of a global organization, but there are so many resources available, whether it be online resources, training programs, Zoom meetings, and then also, as you said, every meeting, there's an opportunity for you to share or coordinate a different education topic based on whatever you think is relevant at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I collaborate with the president and ask, okay, what key feature from your leadership meetings do you feel like we need to address? And the podcasts are great. And that's where we get a lot of our inspiration. He'll say, can you please talk to the episode 740 on the power of one, and so I listen to it and I do a bit of research, and that's how that inspires us, because then it's backed with, hey guys, go listen to the 20-minute podcast because you can dive in deeper. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, you'll have to remind everyone of episode number 27 of the BNI Effect podcast from now on,
I
Jen.
will. Hashtag absolutely tag everyone.
Good on you. What advice would you give new BNI members to make the most out of their membership?
Attend every meeting as best as your ability allows. Please commit to every meeting. It is again, I talk about visibility. It really is. People then trust you. So attend every meeting. Really focus on making sure set time for one-to-one a week. And it's really the advice I gave to my team in our chapter was that look at 4 weeks ahead and put aside the 1.5 hour that it might take you, whether it's a Zoom or on the phone or in person, and allocate BNI one-to-one every Tuesday between 2 and 4, and then go around the room or send an email and connect with your people. And then you don't have to think about it for a month. So really being proactive in getting to know each other. That is the biggest thing for me. Yeah.
Terrific advice. What's next for Jenn Wallace Consulting? Do you have any exciting projects or expansions on the horizon?
I actually do. So, as of July, I became a company. So, that was part of my strategy. I moved from a sole trader to a company, and I had planned in 12 months to hire an executive assistant, which I've just done. So, I've got that busy that I need help. So, I put my hand up, I need help. And also from there, I am actually created my own new podcast. So we did all our video and recording on Monday for the next few months. So watch this space. Going to be talking with business owners about their travels, their journeys, culture, leadership, and team connection.
We'll give your podcast a plug, please, Jenn.
Well, we're still in the early stages. So thank you, Tony, for that. The timing wasn't quite right to be able to, I haven't even thought of the name yet. So this is a creative process. Okay.
All right.
But
No,
thank you
I love
anyway.
it.
I'll be hashtagging, I'll at you when it's out there, Tony.
Watch this space, everyone,
Thank
or
you.
listen to this space for the
Thank you.
podcast. I love it. How do you see your relationship with BNI evolving as your business grows, Jenn?
Evolving my relationship, definitely continuing. I would like to see myself being more involved in sending out that message to others within the chapters for the education and understanding that there is more layers to it. It isn't just you turn up and you have your coffee and you tick your boxes. There is more to that. So I was a skeptic when I first started, I'm going to be honest, before we launched, and now I'm a massive advocate and invite as many people as I can to come and experience the journey.
If you could share one piece of wisdom with our listeners, whether it be a BNI member or local business, what would it be, Jenn?
Ask for help and support. Yeah. Doesn't matter what it might be. Just ask for help. Talk to people. Don't be ashamed. We all feel that we have to do everything and we don't have to wear all the hats. Reach out, and there's plenty of people out there that are willing to help, particularly in our BNI family. We are all very much knowing, and we hold it in our hearts that givers gain. So definitely ask for help, seek help, and there's lots of ways that you can do that.
And how can listeners learn more about you and your business or get in touch with you, Jenn?
Yeah, they can find me on the socials. I am on Facebook, and so Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, and I have a website. So yeah, reach out. I'd love it. I love a chat, as you can tell.
So on the socials, so is it Jenn Wallace Consulting?
Jenn Wallace Consulting.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the website is
JennWallaceConsulting.au.
.au. Fantastic. Very good. Well, thank you. Well, that wraps up another episode of the BNI Effect. I hope that you enjoyed today's discussion, and I want to extend a massive thank you to Jenn Wallace for sharing with us her insights and her journey in BNI and in business as well. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to the BNI Effect on your favorite platform for podcasting, and please leave us a review. Thanks for listening.